and welcome one and all to Karak, the Dwarven Slayer stronghold in the middle of a blizzard. This is a modded map, and it is an exquisite one, essentially just a giant bridge. We do have the aggressing four armies of Greenskins. The Green Tide is on its way. I have to do this as a manual fight, actually with me here, rather than a replay, because the AI has a lot of trouble with massive armies in modded maps. To my experience playing on modded maps, I'm fairly sure it's just the number of units that it has to control over. The AI doesn't process very well with all of them. There are 4 stacks, like I said, assaulting me, 3 stacks defending, myself controlling one of them. I think there's 8 giants and 4 arachnorocks as well. A couple trolls, mostly black orcs. This is just some savage orcs as well, some goblins, just to spread out the numbers. Some nice heroes. There's everybody there. Now the real show is going to be the defenders. This is also going to be all of these units, a lot of Slayer variants. Line breakers, we do have, here we are, yes, the line breakers are tier 5 Slayer. You can see they actually have armor, as well as some very nice stats. Anybody who wants to see all of these units in further play, I do have a campaign running as the dwarfs. All of these units, you can see anything listed down here for my own army. All of the mods in this current battle will be in my campaign, so if you'd like to check it out, I do invite you over there. You can see we do have quite the number of airships, a Runefire airship. This, by the way, the Runefire, the cannon on the front, has no friendly fire, so you can let that shoot into your blobs of infantry, no problem. These 2, exactly as the man said himself, gyro gunships. A fantastic little rotating barrel right there for its gun, and it does absolutely brilliant damage. These units, though, are unlike most ranged units, where they actually perform better at the tail end of their range, at their maximum range. We do actually appear to have some lag, even though I'm controlling here. I'm also, as you can tell, not moving anyone in my army. I'm going to be defending the bridge. My allies will be just running up the center with all of their Slayer infantry. Thunder barges, these are just the regular thunder barges, nothing too special about them, aside from being a fantastic unit. We do have the Thunder Barge Mark II, slightly more upgraded. It's got one single cannon on the front. It does have 400 range as opposed to their 1, and as you can see, they have like the normal drop bombs, whereas this has a specific ability to drop bombs, as well as opening up broadsides on either. There is also a Regiment of Renown Mark II. You can see here. There we go, the Wrath of Thunder. Very nice and very well done. As we do pull down a little bit more, we're going to be coming past these Slayer Commandos. Yes, Slayer Commandos. There are also Slayer Privateers, I think. There's another high-tier Slayer unit with a rifle hybrid. Not quite sure what purpose they will serve. I haven't gotten that far in my campaign yet, but I am eager to get there and see. We do have a number of tanks here. This is a tiny little tank. I say tiny. It does have a minigun on the top of it, and it works brilliantly. It does also have the suppressed... What's the model? There we go. It does have a suppressed... I guess attribute is the word I'm looking for there. Do have my Dragon Company Regiment of Renown with the mod Arthur Stonehammer, the leader. You do get 3 of these that slowly build up over time, as long as you complete the missions to obtain them. Very good hybrid unit. These guys are, I believe, modeled after Ironbreakers. They will say so for themselves. You can see that's why they've got some absolutely outstanding melee defense. Now I know you guys are all focusing on this gigantic machine machine here. But first I want to show off the Gun of Vengeance. Vengrin Thrund, I hope that's how you pronounce that. Anti-large, triple cannon barrel. Absolutely fantastic. It does do beautifully. Apologies for the call. The fortress we do have, now I will show off machine guns on either side, as well as a twin barrel cannon. And this single cannon in the front does also fire. This rotates on all three guns, as well as the tiny one with the minigun. All of those barrels rotate around. They have a 360-degree firing arc. This has single, of course, front way with that main cannon, but these, the machine guns here and this barrel, or these two barrels, I guess, do actually rotate, so they can shoot all the way around it. It's also got two mortars on the back, an absolute menace. It outputs damage like you wouldn't believe. Another Gun of Vengeance there, and in the back here, we do have the Fiery Thunder, pardon me. Harazron. And both of those mortars, it shoots out kind of like the Chaos Dwarf Outshriek. So it shoots out a single mortar, and then once it gets, I guess, about the altitude probably of the top portion of the balloon there, it will break apart and explode into a bunch of little fiery missiles that rain down. Absolutely fantastic for crowd clearing. Do have another two Runefire airships in the back there, and that is mostly it for my defenses. These Slayers all throughout the bridge will be putting their lives on the line. You can see the gate has now fallen. There goes the gunships. A lot of damage actually went into that river troll, it looks like. They did not break down the walls. They all just pile into the gatehouse. Battle tests that I played before, they did actually break down both of these walls here with the giants. Unfortunately, it looks like all of these Slayers are going to be overrun. Horde of giants and mango squids, goblins, black orcs. They do have some light goblins as well firing in. There they are. An absolute mess of infantry. Somewhere above this group. By the way, if you ever have an aerial vessel that drops bombs underneath it, of course, and you just want to go over an area, sometimes you can click on the unit. With the airships, most of the time you can get away with it. Yeah, I can't click in between there. Sometimes you can find some patch of ground to click on. Oh, I think I saw it. There we go. Right there. You can find some patch of ground to click on and then send the airship over to drop bombs. These airships, though, much like the actual Thunder Barge, they do have one range, I think it is. Yeah, one range. So if you select to attack a unit, it will just fly until it's directly above the unit.
Prepare bombing run!
Let's go ahead and fire some of these out. These two I'm actually going to bring a little bit more into the side here. This bridge is somewhat difficult to use flying units on, just because you can't have them sit off to the side and fire in. You actually have to have everybody on the bridge. So it does get a little congested there. start obstructing any lines of fire. Looks like they are shooting. You can see the ammunition going down.
Let the vengeance begin!
Plugging away.
Blow through!
We do actually have some Steam Seekers up there still alive, so that's nice.
Stop!
There we go.
Shoot, lads!
Unfortunately, the main cannon on this does actually have line of sight, so it will, on occasion, hit any wall or something, whatever it is that's in front of it. Surprised these guys have actually almost run out of ammo.
Trucks away! Take him down! Yes! Understood!
Again, these guys do have the best effect at their maximum range, so I would like to have them. Alright, well, you're out of it.
For the High King! Get him! To the Wazards!
However, just because you cannot select over here to hover, you can absolutely fly across that, and there is no shake with the camera. As you can see, I'm not being thrown around anywhere from the elevation.
Vengeance! Let the vengeance begin! Get them!
Bring the slot in a little closer.
Cassie! Move now!
That way he can shoot the main cannon into that blob while dropping bombs and whatever from anyone who waltzes in. There we go, that's the Hellfire, this thing. Fiery Thunder. What is its range? Its range is only to there, so let's actually... get him to move up.
Nothing can stop us!
That's silence.
Vengeance!
John probably won't be making it too much further. One thing that I will say, and I'm not too sure if it's meant to happen or not, is that Thunder Barges do often turn. I don't know if they're targeting someone specifically or what. Like, it looks like it's targeting the giant, but I didn't tell it to do anything, and I can't see any attack line if it's focusing anything down, so I'm not too sure if that's meant to be happening or what. You are also out of ammo. You can head off the bridge, stop clogging it up.
Vengeance! Shoot the wizards!
We'll just get them way up overhead, dropping any bombs they can. There we go. There's actually some Slayer units in here. I guess we'll come down here seeing as... Whoops, wrong button. Again, there is no friendly fire from these fire airships, so having them shoot into twin units like that or anything, it's completely fine, whereas you can see this, it did deal damage. It actually killed 2 of my warriors, so room fire is actually pretty good down. Campaign, for anyone who is wondering, it is still fairly new or early on. to join us in that campaign and lay down some comments for whatever it is you want to see. It does look like the majority of the infantry is pushing in now. It also looks like there's some night goblins over there. Come on.
Shoot the wizards!
River troll. Apologies if anyone finds my camera movements jerky. I use C, E, V, and Q. Q and E obviously side to side, C up and down, or V up, C down. There we go. Once that rain of fire drops on there. Oh, that's Shattered Demon. Okay. Trying to look at the Gun of Vengeance fire
War
now.
machine ready!
What's its range? Oh, it's in range. Yeah, all that. Is it shooting? Oh yeah, they're shooting. Oh, that was it. These guys have already used up their ammo. Does look to be quite a bit of shattered units. I did cut back on my defending forces just in order to try to eliminate some of the potential lag that I might have to deal with. It does look like I do still have enough troops here to keep the bridge.
For the High King!
Oh, I did not realize they have a flash bomb. So that's fun. Good little bit of versatility for them. Or utility, depending on whichever you're... Sons of Morgrim. That's the other Slayer units. I think I call them privateers. Really looking forward to seeing these units in action as well. They are a Slayer variant, so they will not be breaking. I do not know what this effect is from. Oh, there they go. It does look like the bridge is taken.
Vengeance!
These two ships actually turned around to target whoever it was that was going in. That's really nice. Also, something that's really fun about this map, there is no retreat point for the enemy. So these guys that are running in here are end up just going to be running right back out, back in front of all of my guns. So I'll be able to shoot them a second time. Also, one thing I'd like to point out, the gyro bombers and the airships are usually at different altitudes. Like this one sits a little bit higher, so that when they fly in, they don't actually bump into each other and they don't like stop each other from moving. I really like that. I don't know if it was done intentionally or if it was even taken into consideration, if it was even thought about when that happened. You can see that vehicle completely turned around. If I'm not mistaken, mistaken, those guns of vengeance have anti-large.
Cannon!
They do.
For the ancestors! None but the Dawi are
See
worthy.
that barrel rotating around.
Vengeance! Pick your targets well!
Open fire. There we go.
Fire on the earth!
This one, I don't know. This one might be blocked
Cannon!
in some way.
Pump those dwarven legs!
The tanks do have a little bit of
Let it
odd line of
bleed
sight.
for the clan!
Odd a little bit.
Cannon!
Yeah, there we go. Now it's shooting. Alright. Not too sure what this is from. An absolute devastating area, though, for this bridge. That was a brilliant crossfire. I'm not too sure how much my ally contributed there with his ranged units, but I'm glad to see that, for the most part, they survived. It's a very small unit. There we go. The tank, these little tanks are very loud, by the way. I'm sure that they're something for you off of here as well. Slayer running down this bridge, absolutely phenomenal.
Put that axe in there!
This was done, I believe, by those thunder barges. These two. Didn't use very much of their ammo. This is the rune fire, mostly. Chilling out there. Absolutely splendid. Not gonna bother saving that because I'm showing you now. I did lose 2 units, as I believe I pointed that out. That was from friendly fire. So, thanks, teammate. Everybody, be careful where your tanks shoot. Machine guns hurt. You can see some nice damage value off of these. Very, very, very nice. The fiery thunder, I had a feeling was going to be great for the bridge, and I'm glad that I got it. The thunder barges Mark II didn't perform. Definitely didn't perform as much as I was expecting them to. Got some great damage, but yeah, these thunder barges did much better. And again, I'm not sure what that's attributed to. I don't know whether it's just their own targeting, playing with them in the campaign, because I have been able to experience them in the campaign before. They perform great, so I'm not too sure what it is. I've got no complaints for them in the campaign. This guy, oh my god, you got 400 more kills than your friend there. Also, what is that? 40,000 more damage? Jesus. Yeah. Alright then, so you definitely pulled your weight. That was fantastic. Even he got 55 kills with his gun. Absolutely brilliant. You can see all of the orcs here. Lots and lots of black orcs and biggins. This was the goblin force. Just to spam them out with numbers, because it's greenskins, you kind of gotta give them some numbers. Horde-like mentality. As well as the remaining giants and spiders and black orcs from there. Thank you all very much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy. Like I said, I've got a campaign running for all of these mods. If you'd like to check that out, I'd be welcome for the company. Any suggestions you might have for the future campaigns, mods, things that you might want to see, go ahead and leave them down in the description. Catch you next time. Peace.